Hi, this is Carter here, and I just wanted to do a throwback video on some of the old remote control projects that I built back in 4th and 5th grade when I was like 10 years old. Because I found these in my parents' house, and it kind of brought me back to when I was first hot gluing random things from the house together to make these little projects. This is the first one, and I think back then in my imagination this was supposed to become an amphibious vehicle. The receiver and the battery are missing, but the idea was that there's a rubber band driving this rear wheel, and then this front wheel was supposed to be both a front wheel and a rudder, and it was supposed to float and then drive both on land and on water. I think I salvaged the pulley here that normally would drive the front wheel for parts, as well as the receiver and the rest of the electronics. It's kind of cool to see this. I was definitely just caking things in hot glue back then. I think I've improved a little bit since then, hopefully. The axle for this spool wheel is a pen. Then there's a Crayola marker that I've cut apart, and like a piece of Tupperware or something for this front wheel. And it looks like to limit the travel of the front wheel, I was using hot glue to actually build up material. So I was using hot glue not just as glue, but also as structural stuff. And then I'm not quite sure what I thought I was going to do about this regarding water when it floated, but this was never actually successfully tested, I don't believe. I just kind of got it rolling on land, and then something happened, and this never... Yeah, it was a dead end of a project, but it's cool to see this shell. A lot of the projects that I've found don't have any parts left. All of the motors have been salvaged for other projects, and there's very little left from kind of my childhood building projects. This one actually is the most fully intact building project from my childhood that I could find, and I'm really surprised that it's like pretty much all here. But yeah, this one is an RC boat, and I think I made this out of the internals of an RC car. So this front rudder setup here, that's just the box that originally turned the wheels of the RC car. And then this rear motor here was originally from the RC car as well. I just have this axle support that's made out of a popsicle stick here. The propeller's long gone. And then I kind of encased all of this in these boxes as an attempt at waterproofing. The PVC was from my uncle's sign shop. They would throw away scrap, and I'd grab the scrap before it got thrown away. And then the plastic hull, I think, was just from a little toy boat that I'd use at the pool. Yeah, but it also came with a remote, and I'm not quite sure why I decided this had to be taken out of the plastic casing and glued to Jenga blocks, but it kind of matches the aesthetic. It kind of has a cool old hacked together aesthetic, if you can ignore just the layers of hot glue that I just used as a building material as opposed to an adhesive. If you're not too judgmental, you can view it as a form of 3D printing, really. But yeah, it's cool for me at least to see this stuff, because it was originally just kind of tinkering around, and now engineering is a career for me. I'm still in school, but that's what I've chosen. And so getting to see what started this all and kind of the fun that I had when I was younger, this was my pastime, and it makes a good career, and it's cool for me to look back on where I came from, and then now where I'm using CAD and 3D printing and all this stuff. But really, if you want to get into building, you don't need anything other than random crap around the house and a hot glue gun. I mean, it'll end up looking like this probably, but these things worked, and these were a lot of fun, and yeah, I don't know, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully it wasn't too rambling. Probably pretty rambling, but have a great day, guys.